10 News begins right now with breaking news.
Now at 6, U.S. Marshals say they were forced to shoot a convicted sex offender while serving a warrant at a home in Roanoke.
This viewer video shows him being hauled away on a stretcher.
And tonight we are bringing you live team coverage on scene.
The seemingly non-violent situation that led law enforcement to open fire.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm John Carlin.
And I'm Rachel Lucas. We're continuing to follow breaking news out of Southwest Roanoke tonight, where a man is in serious condition after he was shot by U.S. Marshals.
10 News reporter Abby Coleman is working for you. She is live near the scene on Dunmore Street tonight. Abby, you spoke to law enforcement about how this supposedly nonviolent incident escalated and wound up with a shooting.
Yeah, police cleared out of this street you see right behind me within the last hour. Now, Virginia State Police tell me they were serving a warrant alongside U.S. Marshals when the U.S. Marshals Service shot the man in question. Now, we don't know the man's age, but we do know he's 40 years old. Police tell me the warrant was for a Class 5 felony for failure to register. When police came to the man's door, they say he didn't respond and barricaded himself in his home. They used tear gas as well as a robot before going in. They say when they went in the house, the man had a weapon, but the type of weapon hasn't been confirmed.
They took several measures to try to get him to come out on his own volition, but they ended up having to go in after him. And when they went in, they were confronted and discharged their firearm.
The man was taken to the hospital after the shooting around 12:30. Police say he's listed in serious condition. In Roanoke, Abby Coleman, 10 News, working for you.
10 News reporter Thomas Mundy continues our team coverage on this story. So, Thomas, you've been talking to neighbors there in the Grandin area. What did they tell you?
That's right, Rachel. So I've been out here in Grandin Village since the incident, talking to neighbors, and they tell me this neighborhood is normally a quiet one. They tell me events like the one on Dunmore Street are not common in this neighborhood. I also spoke to some people who say they've lived here for the past few years and normally do not feel in danger, no matter the time of day. They also told me they're hoping that this incident was an isolated event. Reporting live in Roanoke, I'm Thomas Mundy, 10 News, working for you.
Meanwhile, if you're concerned, you can search for sex offenders in a specific area through Virginia's online registry. We've posted a link on our website on how to do that at WSLS.com.
Turning now to the forecast, where the winds are starting to taper off.
Yeah, some parts of the New River Valley also woke up to some snow, like the video you see right here. This was out at Radford University today. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot. A little bit of excitement for us right before Christmas. Meteorologist Parker Beasley is here to show us what's ahead. A little bit of excitement for you too, huh?
Yeah, I saw some snow for the first time this morning, and for the first time, I mean like accumulating on the ground. I had seen flurries in the past, but nothing like this. So it's certainly very cool. Out there in Radford, though, they saw about 1.5 inches of snow earlier on this morning, and all of us early on this morning, we were dealing with wind chill as well as temperatures well into the 20s, so we were feeling anywhere from 7 to 19 degrees. So it was really, really cold out there this morning. And daytime high temperatures, some spots only reached about 24 degrees. Lynchburg got about 43. Right here in Roanoke, though, we hit only 39 degrees. And we're starting to fall off. Our temperatures are as the sun has set out in the distance. Skies are fairly calm. Skies are fairly clear. Winds are still a little bit gusty, but they will start to calm down as we progress further and further into the night. Elsewhere around the board, 19 degrees in Hot Springs. Once you go out to the NRV, anywhere from 26 to 28 degrees. Radar's clear. It will likely remain clear for about the next 5 to 6 days or so, as we're not expecting any rain. But waking up tomorrow, we're not going to be dealing with the wind chill because winds will be dying off in about the next 2 hours or so. But everyone is at least into the 20s, some of us in the upper teens waking up tomorrow morning. John?
Thank you, Parker. The owners of Natural Bridge Zoo will be in court tomorrow for a seizure hearing to discuss the treatment of their animals. This comes after a federal judge decided today to deny their attorney's request for an injunction. You may remember investigators seized nearly 100 animals from the roadside attraction less than 2 weeks ago. They claimed the state violated their right to due process by giving them only 10 days to prepare their case for court.
A bus driver for Roanoke City Public Schools who allegedly hit a child is not at fault. That's according to the company's internal investigation. As we reported, a girl was hit after entering the roadway at the intersection of Cove Road and Lancelot Lane last Friday. She was taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. Police say traffic investigators are also scheduled to meet with the city's Commonwealth's attorney to review the case.
And new at 6, turning an unfortunate situation into a positive one. That's what the owner of Fleet Feet in Roanoke is doing after a driver drove right into the front of the store on Sunday night. 10 News reporter Kelly Marsh shares how the business was able to get back on its feet.
A simple mistake is what owner of Fleet Feet on Franklin Road, Matt Thompson, says. Thompson tells 10 News that the driver was doing a good deed by donating shoes into the store's rescue mission bin when they accidentally put the car into the wrong gear.
So nobody was here, nobody was hurt, so we're really grateful for that.
After just 1 day of being closed, the store is back up and running. He says he gives all his thanks to local Roanoke business, Noke Van Co., who jumped in to help.
They called me and said, we'll be there. So they came and they did a temporary wall on Sunday night. And they came in yesterday and tore that temporary wall down and put something a little bit more permanent. When the permanent solution will come in, I don't know.
A temporary wall that now has a new meaning.
So we're encouraging folks to come on down, write your why. What is your why about? We want to see it. Let's make this a really positive experience for everyone until we get the remodeling done. Come on down, see us, and write your why on the wall.
Thompson says he didn't want to focus on the lost revenue, but on the safety of his employees and customers. Fleet Feet is open and ready for the last-minute shoppers. Kelly Marsh, 10 News, working for you.
Well, it's official. The city of Danville has a new police chief. Christopher Wiles will be sworn in during tonight's city council meeting. He served as interim chief for 2 months after Scott Booth took a job in Roanoke. Wiles has been with the department for 3 decades, taking on various positions in patrol, criminal investigations, honor guard, and the community policing unit. We're told he was selected from a field of almost 50 applicants.
And a new digital emergency radio system is coming to Botetourt County. The Board of Supervisors unanimously approved the project this afternoon. It costs just under $18 million. We're told it's a safety update that's long overdue. It means that first responders will be able to easily communicate with other jurisdictions, and they'll have service in rural areas.
So I'm just grateful that we can get this milestone past us and move forward to getting the system installed and ultimately the first responders taken care of.
And they're hoping to have this up and running by mid-2025.
Coming up, a holiday classic that also raises questions about the economy, the real price of being home alone.
All right, and spreading Christmas cheer, the special delivery making the holiday season a little brighter for local veterans.